Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mind Talks. It is your girl, Samanthamonse, back at it again with another episode. So, today, I kind of just wanted to come on here and talk with you guys because I was scrolling on my TikTok and I then was scrolling through my Twitter feed, and I was just kind of scanning through all my social medias just to see what's up, what's trending, what's popping, what are people talking about right now. And it might be just my algorithm, but I see and hear a lot of people talking about self-love now, and I see a lot of people talking about healing and just their healing journey and all of that. I just see more people wanting to progress, more people wanting to heal themselves and heal emotional wounds. I know healing your inner child has become a big trend now and just a big topic, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, because I feel like when a lot of people are talking about self-love, a lot of people are not grasping how big of a topic this is, because it is not only about loving yourself, like, oh, I look so pretty today, or I love how I'm looking today. It's not just about your physical being, your physical appearance, loving your body, which, yes, it does play a really, really, really big role on your self-love. But I feel like we're forgetting that self-love goes way beyond your body. Remember that there's a balance to everything, and this balance has to be loving your body, your mind, and your soul. So, again, another misconception about loving yourself is that loving yourself doesn't always feel good. Loving yourself doesn't always feel great 100% of the time, and loving yourself doesn't even feel like love 100% of the time. Loving yourself is disciplining yourself. Loving yourself is doing the things that might not feel great right now in the moment, but doing them anyway because you know that it's going to benefit your mind, body, and soul. So I feel like the two things that kind of get left out on self-love is definitely your mind and your soul, your spirit. And I was listening to this podcast earlier, and it was basically talking about how adults are basically just bigger sized children. Obviously, we know that we all have an inner child within us, but what she meant by that was that unless you are evolving your soul and evolving your mind with the growth of your body, you're not actually growing. You won't have the intelligence, the emotional intelligence, the awareness, the communicative skills to actually be an adult. So that is a lack of self-love, because you are not prioritizing yourself enough to develop your emotional intelligence. You're not prioritizing yourself enough to evolve your communicative skills. You are not loving yourself enough to evolve, into whatever you want to be, into a good, well-rounded adult that can have a conversation without getting offended, that can have a conversation based on love, truth, and knowledge. You know what I mean? So when you guys say, oh, I'm loving myself, I want you guys to actually love yourselves by taking care of your mental health, taking care of your body, by watching what you eat, exercising. I want you guys to love yourself by, when you guys have a bad mental health day, by not just covering it up, by having a little self-care day, by having a mask and some cucumbers on your eyes and calling that self-care. No. Self-care is really looking inside and seeing, okay, why do I feel this way? Where did this feeling come from? How can I fix this situation? But above all else, how can I prevent this from happening again? What can I change? What is the common denominator in all of these situations that I can change to switch this? Because yes, you might know how to deal with bad mental health days. Yes, you might know how to get yourself out of bad mental states. Yes, you know that, you know all these things. But why do you put yourself in situations where you have to take yourself out of it? If you truly loved yourself, you would do what is necessary to prevent you from having to take yourself out of situations. You wouldn't go in them at all. You prevent that because you know what that takes. And you love yourself. And you love yourself to not even have to feel it at any moment, to feel that anxiety, to feel that fear. So, whenever you feel like you need a self-care day, whether it be for your body, whether it be for your mind, whether it be for your soul, really ask yourself, where is this coming from? Where is this rooted in? Why do I feel this way? Really take a moment to go inside, to go internal and ask yourself. Make that relationship with yourself. That's another topic I want to get into. Making a relationship with yourself. When you start to prioritize, why can't I say that word right today? Prioritize. When you make an effort to prioritize your mind, body, and soul above all else, you start making a relationship with yourself. When you get to know how your own mind works, when you talk to yourself in your head, are they good talks? Are they good thoughts? Is what your mind telling you, is it good? And if it's not, why? Why is your brain and your subconscious programmed to talk to you like that? Do you know better than your thoughts? Really go in. Make that relationship with yourself. Because when you don't know yourself. You don't know how to listen to your body. You don't know how to take yourself out of things like spiraling in emotions. So the next time that you start judging your body a little too hard, or you start feeling bad about your body, or you're nitpicking yourself, what are you going to do? You could put a Band-Aid over it, just cover it up, or you could take some action and turn that around. What are some opposite thoughts that you can be telling yourself? Even if you don't feel it today, tell yourself, no, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. What's another thing you're going to do? If you're not liking your weight, which you should not even be thinking about, but if you are, if you're not liking how big your ass is, if you're not liking how toned your abs are, instead of wallowing in that, what do? You self-discipline yourself. You love yourself enough to say, hey, if I'm not happy with this, what can I do to change it? What can I do to turn this around and make myself happy? You discipline yourself. You go to the gym. You do some Pilates. You go on a walk. Do a little jog. Maybe just go stretch to start off. You know what I mean? Whatever you want. So the next time that you feel stressed, and the next time your back feels tense, your feet hurt, every single thing, what are you going to do? You're going to meditate. You're going to rest. Because that's what your body needs. You're going to let it heal. You're going to do what you have to do. Instead of just wallowing, saying, oh, I'm tired, I can't do this. Oh, I'm tired. I don't even fucking know. Because I haven't had those excuses in so long. So, The next time you start feeling like life is against you, the next time you start feeling like everything is happening against you, like God doesn't have your back, like the universe is just not really working with you, the next time you feel like just nothing is going your way, the next time you just start spiraling down into these emotions, what are you gonna do? You could spiral and wallow down in these fucking emotions, these bad negative emotions, or you could journal a little bit. You could go do some yoga, go do some meditation, go do whatever you feel like you have to do to get yourself back spiritually in tune with the universe, so that you start bringing that awareness to see the signs that the universe is telling you, because the universe is never against you. But you're not loving yourself enough to allow yourself to let life flow through you. Love goes way deeper than just loving what you see in the mirror. Love goes way deeper than just a self-care mask day and some lip scrub and some bath time. It's way deeper. Not that that's not gonna help you, like by all means, that makes you feel better. Of course, do it. Like pamper yourself, love yourself. Obviously, that's another way to take care of your body, your skincare, but really, really, when you feel these days, when you feel like you need these self-care days, ask yourself why, and ask yourself what can you do in order to prevent these situations again. And sometimes, most of the time, honestly, you have to do some changes. And changes are hard for some people. Sometimes you come to the awareness that your mindset is not helping you. And you realize, whoa, shit, I have to do a whole mental shift. And it's hard. Mental shifts are hard as fuck to do. Well, if you make it hard, If you're resisting it, it's hard. But it comes from love, because you know the growth that you're going to have from that and the benefits that are going to reap from that. When you're not really happy with your body, it's hard. You have to take yourself to the gym and you have to sweat and you have to do the hard work. Your muscles ache afterwards. You have to eat healthy. You have to take care of your body. You have to really do what you got to do. It's hard. And then what's harder is that you have to be consistent. And that's hard. And that's the reason why a lot of people choose to not really care about their self-love, to not really care about what they're doing, because it's hard to accept that you're wrong, that you've been wrong, that what you're doing is not benefiting you. It's hard to learn that your mindset is not a good one. It's hard to come to the realization and acceptance that you've honestly been hating yourself for a really long time. You've been neglecting yourself. It's a hard pill to swallow. But you get to choose. You get to choose whether these acceptances, these realizations, these difficulties, you get to choose if you feel shame or if you get to choose inspiration, to spark action, to get yourself to that healing journey, to get yourself to have those emotional intelligences, to get yourself to have better communication skills, to be a well-rounded adult. You don't want to stay stagnant. You don't want to stay a child forever. Do you know what it's like to argue with a child? Do you want to be that person? Self-love is self-evolution, development, improvement. And know that no one is 100%. No one is. So that's why it's okay if you don't have it all together. It's okay if sometimes you're not loving yourself. But you know what is loving yourself? Is that on the days that you realize you haven't loved yourself enough, or you haven't loved yourself for a while, the proper way, The self-love in that moment would to turn that around, would to make the decision to start again until it's consistent. And this is the thing, consistency is really hard for a lot of people because you have to play around with your time and your schedule and, your things. Because, baby, your body deserves that workout. Whether you're feeling bad about your body or not, your body needs that workout. Your body needs to be worked out. The same way dogs need to get their energy out by running and playing. The same way kids need to get their energy out. That never stopped going away, you guys. As adults, we still need to get our energy out. We need to get our asses to the gym, even if we don't want to. That's the love. And the thing is that once we start really building that consistency and really building that relationship with ourselves, that knowing that even if we can't, or we feel like we can't, and we do, we start trusting ourselves more. We start seeing our potential more. We start seeing our strength more. So now that you know that, when are you going to schedule your gym sessions? And that's where you have to mold it to you. I know a lot of us, we go on social media and we see all these millionaires and we see all these successful people, and they're like, well, one thing I did was wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning every single day, no matter what. Or, well, every single day I read a book, at least this many pages every single day. Or I read a book every single month. You guys, it is not the actions that they're doing. It is not the actual physical things that they're doing. It is the consistency that brings them to success. It is the discipline that brings them to success. So if that wake up 5 a.m. in the morning does not work for you, don't feel bad. Create the routine that works for you. So if you work an overnight shift and you simply cannot get up at 5 a.m. to work out, that's fine. Go work out at 3 p.m. But make sure that you're getting there every single day at 3 p.m. Do it until it feels like a routine, until it feels like that just is what you have to do. And eventually, you'll feel so out of place when you're not going at 3 p.m. You'll feel so out of place when you're not doing what you have to do to love yourself. Loving yourself will become a priority if you make it a priority. Loving yourself will become a habit if you make it a habit. Eventually, it won't have to feel so hard. Eventually, you won't have to struggle with loving yourself. Eventually, you won't have to struggle with your mental health because you will have the love to have had those things changed a long time ago, to where you can be in a sweet spot where if those things happen, if you get into a bad mental spiral, if you get into a phase where you're just a couch potato and eating all the time and not going to the gym, or at least not going on walks, or when you get into those little phases where you're staying stagnant, at least you have the self-awareness, the self-love to have that awareness, to get yourself back on track. And the self-love and awareness to not judge yourself, to know that we're human, it happens. But what matters and the love lies in getting ourselves back on track. Why? Because we know what that comes with. We know how good it is to do that. So, when I tell you guys to love yourselves, I'm not telling you guys to fix yourselves up to feel pretty, to fix yourselves up to look good for the gram. I'm not telling you guys to go take a shower and do some skincare and that'll fix everything. No. When I tell you guys to love yourselves, love the process, love the internal world that you have. Make sure that your headspace is a good place to be, so that you can love your internal world, and that love will reciprocate back in the external world, in your reality. Love yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your hygiene. Yes. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do with your physical body. Yes. Take care of it. Get that energy out of your body. Run. Build strength. Build endurance. Build whatever you want to build. Build your body. But don't forget about your mind and your soul. Because unless you have a balance to everything, to your mind, body, and soul, you're always going to be out of whack. It's never going to be okay. So this is a little reminder to love yourself. To really, truly love yourself. Even if it's hard, start doing it now. Start doing it now. Because it'll only get harder the older you get. It'll only get harder the more life you've lived, because then you have to go through way more years and way more habits that you get into. Then you have to get rid of way more limiting beliefs that come upon you. Start as early as you can, because if not, life only gives you more problems if you're not connected to source, if you're not connected to yourself, and you're not connected spiritually, and you're not connected mindfully, and you're not connected in general. It only gets harder. So connect yourself right now. Connect yourself right now to your spirit. Connect yourself right now to your body. Connect yourself right now to your mind. Everything. Connect yourself. Really go in and do the work. Come on, you guys. Because I want the best for you guys. You guys are my sisters. You guys are my brothers. Let's get the vibration high here on earth so that we can all experience this evolution. We can all experience this love, this inspiration, this true balance. Because we ignore it. I'm sorry, but we do. We ignore our spirit. We ignore our minds. And we don't give ourselves enough credit to love ourselves, to do better. You know what I mean? So, say some affirmations. Do some journaling. And do some meditation. Go do some exercise. Go do whatever you gotta do. But go do it. Come on. With that being said, I love you guys. And I am sending you guys all of the love, all of the positive energy. I'm sending you guys all of the motivation to start, all of the strength to start this healing journey, this self-love journey, all of it. I'm sending it all to you guys. So, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.